Alright. Peace, beautiful souls. My name is Soleil, and I'm your host on this channel, brought to you by Celestial Alignments. Now, today we are going to be discussing, the forecast for July 9th until July 14th. That is July 9th, this upcoming Sunday, until July 14th, the next upcoming Saturday, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so also, for those who don't know, a lot of people may think that the weekend or the week starts on Monday, but in actuality, it's like the week really starts on Sunday and it ends on Saturday, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's good to know, so then that way you can get into a rhythm, feel me, that's kind of in alignment with these days, if that makes sense. But anyways, without further ado, let's definitely jump into this reading, this forecast, you feel me, this reading on the spiritual energies that we are going to be experiencing for this upcoming week. Alright, so, first things first, on Sunday, right? On Sunday, the moon, on Sunday, the moon is going to enter Aries, and it's going to be leaving Pisces. So again, the moon is going to be entering Aries and leaving Pisces, you know what I'm saying? And so, some interesting things we have going on, like this week, is the fact that, like, as of Sunday, that energy is going to be dealing with, like, with the moon being in Aries. One thing I feel that's going to be of value on this upcoming Sunday is to be attentive to the fact that you don't allow this moon in Aries to let you get so sucked in and involved with yourself that you find yourself acting in ways that are reckless because they're self-centered. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately that's what, like, the Aries influence is, it's like a egocentric sort of influence, you feel me? And the way that what the transit moon does is it, in a sense, sets the stage for the energies that are coming to us, that we are being asked to react and respond to, you know what I'm saying? And so Aries, being ruled by Mars, it can play out as like domestic violence, and it doesn't even have to be physical, although with Aries it can be, but it can be just tension straight up, in the home, or even tension within the self, this desiring and this feeling of like wanting to, for lack of a better term, fight for something. But it's like this Aries energy, moon in Aries, it can also be directed towards like you making an effort, you feel me, to possibly start a new wait a second, my mistake, I forgot that the moon was just full, not long ago. And so this is not really per se a waxing moon, but like a waning moon, you know what I'm saying? And so when the moon is waxing, and it's getting bigger, these are great times for us to like initiate things and plant seeds, you feel what I'm saying? Because the waxing moon is all about growth and gestation. But it's like this waning moon, you feel me? It's going to be more so about like release, you feel what I'm saying? Releasing energy. So it just may be that we may need to release, you feel what I'm saying, certain ways that we see ourselves that may be overly self-centered and unbalanced when it comes to our relationships with others, you feel what I'm saying? Because the opposite sign to Aries is Libra, and it's like with whenever there's Aries energy, there's always benefit and value in tapping into that Libra energy to attain balance, you feel what I'm saying? But okay, so that's like the moon. That's the moon, and it's going to be in Aries. And then yeah, and that's just Sunday. Is what I'm saying. So like this can even be a good day for. I was gonna say like getting a workout in. Is what I'm saying, because it's like Aries, it deals with like get activity. You know, like it doesn't even have to be workout, but like just some form of activity. So like doing an activity on Sunday would be in alignment with this Aries energy. Is what I'm saying. But yeah, okay. So yeah, all right. Now let's look at Monday. All right. So on Monday, you know, the sun, the moon. I meant to say the moon will still be in Aries. You know, and it's interesting how well, it's not all interesting, but it's like kind of interesting how as the moon is in the sign Aries, you know, the sign ruling Aries, the planet ruling Aries, well, I should say Mars, um, you know, on Monday, you know, on Monday, will be leaving Leo and entering Virgo. You feel me? And so this is the planet that deals and influences us in a manner where it's like our motivations. You know what I'm saying? And the energies which, yeah, you know, like which we feel motivated towards. Um, Pursuing, you know, or striving for. You know what I'm saying? It's ultimately Mars, you know, it's like our ambitions, our motivations, our goals type energy, you know what I'm saying? And so the transit Mars, it's like you can think about it in this manner, like your Mars is how you personally are motivated, you feel me? Like the things that motivate you feel me? Like for me, my Mars is in Sagittarius, so my motivations deal a lot with the higher mind, you feel what I'm saying? They deal a lot with philosophy, they deal a lot with preaching, teaching, the distribution of knowledge, you feel me? But yeah, like that's Mars, you feel me? It helps you gain a better awareness of the things that you naturally are motivated towards striving for. But then it's like that's your Mars. But then it's like the Mars that's transiting, you feel what I'm saying? It in a sense is like associated with like the season, like the yeah, you know, the transit Mars, it more deals with like the transits that we go through, we can say in life, you feel me? In the sense that within life, you know, we experience different chapters, different seasons, you feel me? And so in a sense different programs, you know, and when you look at the stars, you gain a better awareness and understanding of the program that like the collective is experiencing and going through, you feel what I'm saying? And Mars helps us gain an awareness and understanding of like which way we as a collective are naturally being motivated and like yeah, not naturally being motivated to strive towards, you feel what I'm saying? Because what Mars is all about. And so when Mars was in Leo, you know, the striving and the motivations were more stemmed from identity, you know, from a desire to want to like embody a certain image, you feel what I'm saying? It's very much Leo, it's a fire sign, so it's all about the vision, the sight, and the will, you know. So there may have been more of a motivation that was inspired towards us wanting to be positioned towards literal positioning, you feel what I'm saying? Like wanting to be leaders or authorities or just yeah, you know, seen or recognized for like yeah, you know, I'll leave it like that for like our goals, you feel what I'm saying? But then it's like that's Leo and it's like the will, you know, the things that I will do. But then it's like when Mars goes into Virgo, you feel me, it's going to be more so that our motivations become more practical and more dealing with, okay, so now what plan can I formulate for me to, you know, achieve this goal of mine? You know, like fire signs, they deal with action and activity as well. You feel me? But it's like a fire sign can be like meaningless motion sometimes. You feel me? Like fires, earth signs, they understand how to move their body through time and space and get from point A to point B in the sense of accumulating something. Let me turn this down. You know, in the sense of accumulating something. But it's like fire signs, they're more about the experience, you know, they're more about the feeling of aliveness, you know. So a fire sign may just move through life, but they may be pursuing and chasing that feeling, you know, feelings, you know what I'm saying. But then it's like earth signs, as they move through life, they're pursuing material possessions, you know what I'm saying. And so that's like the primary difference between like the fire and the earth sign, you feel me? The fire sign, it's like okay in a sense with being within that energy of being motivated, being enthusiastic, being optimistic, you know, those are the fire signs, you feel me? And so our motivations may have more look like an image, you know, and it's like we may have been more motivated towards creating or building that image, you feel what I'm saying? But then it's like once the energy shifts, you know, from Mars into from Leo into Virgo, you feel me, within Mars, then it's like our motivations will be anchored and centered towards you know, us wanting to actually do practical things that will produce results, you feel me, that will produce tangible results that we can hold in our hands type deal, you feel what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, that's like the yeah, that's that little shift, you feel me, that we will be experiencing. So it's a value for us to align ourselves with like energies that deal with harvesting. So not only harvesting but sowing so we can reap, you feel me? Labor, for what I'm saying, because Virgo is the sign of labor, you feel what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, so Mars is going to be shifting from Leo into Virgo, and it's going to be happening on Tuesday. I meant to say Monday. I said Tuesday, but I meant to say Monday. Alright, next. Now on Tuesday, you know, we will have on Tuesday, the moon will be going into Taurus, but as the moon is in Taurus, it will also be the moon will be leaving Aries and going into Taurus, and it will be in conjunction with Jupiter, you feel me? And so on Tuesday, this would be like, you know, a great day for us to like do a little meditation, you feel what I'm saying? You know what, not really. I feel like if the moon was waxing, it would make more sense for us to do a meditation where the energy concerns like us attaining more material resources, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the sign Taurus. It deals with material resources. It deals with things like money, but just resources in general. And then Jupiter is the planet that deals with expansion. It deals with expansiveness, you feel me? So the moon, like, waning in this sign the moon waning in the sign Taurus, but also conjuncting Jupiter, is what I'm saying. I feel like with this energy, like it can even play out opposingly, where it's like rather than us gaining money, there may be a pathway into spending money excessively. You feel me? Because it's like Jupiter um, can give way to that. You feel me? Jupiter can give way to spending money excessively and just ignorantly, for lack of a better term, spending money and then thinking about it later and be like, damn, I shouldn't have spent that. You feel me? Overspending. You feel me? But yeah, the moon is not waning. When it's waning, it's adding, but it's waxing. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel, it's on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, we should sit back and chill and relax and look out for like purchases, for what I'm saying, that are excessive and that are beyond our budget. And like we may have the money to do it, but it's like it wouldn't be smart. And it's like just as Jupiter is in Taurus right now, be attentive to spending money, but like blindly and excessively. You know what I'm saying? Like even for myself speaking, like I've been spending more money as of lately than I usually do. You know what I'm saying? And I do feel like it's been excess in a sense of like spontaneous type energy here. So yeah, do be attentive to that. But yeah, that's on Tuesday. The moon is going to be conjunct Jupiter in the sign Taurus, but also Mercury is going to be leaving Cancer and going into Leo. You feel what I'm saying? So when Mercury was in, Cancer, our thoughts were more influenced towards like emotions and familiar thoughts, in the sense that like, because Cancer is the sign of familiarity, comfort. You feel me? And it's emotions from the sense of safety, in the sense that with the experiences we have, which are familiar to us, we also have a sense of feelingness of safe, safe, that it's safe, so that's very Cancerian. So it's like, in all togetherness, you feel what I'm saying, when Mercury was in Cancer, ultimately we may have been more subjected logically towards being irrational and allowing ourselves to be influenced by emotions. But it's like, with Mercury going into Leo, this energy is going to cultivate an energy where we are going to be more like dealing with visions, I want to say. You feel me? In the sense that Leo, it does deal with visions, but it more deals with the self-image. You feel me? Because it deals with the willpower, and it deals with how one is engaging that willpower. You feel me? So I feel like with Mercury being in Leo, we will naturally gravitate towards having thoughts that may deal with how we are channeling our will and how we are manifesting our identity into this world. This may be even thinking about like our purpose. You feel me? And also, Leo deals with the willpower, as I've already mentioned. So this can even be that our thoughts, you feel me, when Mercury goes into Leo, they may have influence upon us in a manner where it's like we have a more willingness to go with the thought. You feel me? I hope that makes sense. Because okay, Leo is fixed. Also, it's a fixed sign. It's a fixed fire sign. Fire is action, and fixed is as a sound, something that is stable, that doesn't go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And so Mars and Leo, it can even be having certain thoughts that can even be borderline impulses. You feel me? And then us wanting to act on those thoughts. Yeah, you feel me? I feel like, yeah, you know what? I'll leave it at that. All right, now let's look at Wednesday. What's happening on Wednesday? So on Wednesday the moon will be in Taurus still. You feel me? Yeah. But on Wednesday, the moon will be conjuncting Uranus in Taurus. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like with Uranus and the moon conjuncting each other in the sign Taurus. It's like on Wednesday, there is a possibility that emotionally we may encounter like a sudden change, a sudden change that's not a flow, but it's more of a like a whoa, like whoa, what just happened? Because Uranus is the planet that's known to be disruptive. It's a disruptor. It disrupts things. It comes in and it changes things all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? And so, being in the sign Taurus, this can even be an emotional reaction that came about because of resources, or like the lack of resources, or like a disruption to your routine and pattern. You feel me? Or something dealing with money. You feel what I'm saying? And so, like, because the moon, because the moon is waning and not waxing, there aren't so many odds that this will be a positive, but it can be a positive. You know what I'm saying? It most definitely can. But yeah, so on Tuesday, definitely do be attentive to the fact that the moon is going to be conjuncting Uranus. For what I'm saying. Alright, cool. And so that's Tuesday. That's Wednesday. And now let's look at Thursday, for what I'm saying. So on Thursday the moon will be going in Gemini, for what I'm saying. So the moon will be in Gemini, and so Taurus is also a habitual sign, so on Wednesday, well, let me put it more like this. I feel like anytime we shift energies from an earth to an air sign, there's kind of like this new energy, newness, but it's really more this like freeing energy, I kind of want to say, in the sense that earth is more dense, you feel what I'm saying, and then air is more light, like a breath fresh of air almost, you feel what I'm saying. So it's like when the moon, it transitions and it goes through the sign Gemini, it's inclined towards more so processing emotions, thinking about the emotions than processing emotions, trying to reason them out and think about them. The film ultimately deals with like thoughts and ideas, you feel what I'm saying. And so with the moon waning in the sign Mercury, you feel me? Within the sign Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury, on Thursday, like this would be a good time for us to, take the time to do like a mental fast. In the sense that a lot of us don't know this, but you can benefit, from cleansing your mind, and doing a mental cleanse, So Gemini is the sign of thoughts. And so negatively, this can be like you getting sucked in internally and get into a pool of thoughts and thinking, but it's like toxic, you know what I'm saying? Because the thoughts you're thinking, they're pointless. Because the sign Gemini can be superficial, and it can just glimpse upon the surface of things at times. So it may be a broad amount of thoughts that aren't even relevant like that. They don't even really matter. So it's like, but it's like at the same time, on Wednesday, on Thursday, when the moon goes into Gemini, this can also even be like a good time for you to go and like read and review, maybe some writings you may have did, or like maybe if you do some videos, or even like ponder upon like conversations you've had with certain people from the past. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like writing would be the best channel for when the moon is in Gemini. Writing out your thoughts, you feel what I'm saying, and doing a meditation where it's like personal thoughts to you, because it's waning, right, which is more yin, which is more internal, rather than waxing. You feel what I'm saying? But I mean, yeah, so that's the moon, and it's gonna be in Gemini on Thursday. Now let's look to see what else. Yeah, pretty much that's it. And then on Friday, the moon will remain in Gemini. It'll still be in Gemini. And then on Saturday, the moon will be leaving Gemini and entering the sign Cancer. So Saturday, Sunday, we are going to be one way or another in our emotions, in our feelings. And it's like, I'm not sure if it's Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, but there is going to be a new moon in the sign Cancer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not sure when the new moon is. Probably on the 10th, the 11th, or possibly even the 10th or the 11th. You feel me? But there's going to be a full moon in Cancer. But like on Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, you know what I'm saying? So the moon will enter Cancer. And so Cancer, unlike Gemini, which is the sign that deals with thoughts, Cancer deals with emotions. You feel me? It deals with sensitivity. It deals with vulnerability. You feel what I'm saying? And it deals with the yin realm also, the internal realm. You feel what I'm saying? And so as the moon is waning, also not to mention, it would be a benefit for us, just as I mentioned, a cleanse, but like a cleanse that deals with thoughts, with the waning Gemini moon, with the waning Cancer moon, we can go into a cleanse that more deals with like our emotions, But it's like when the moon is in Cancer, and it's waning, this can even be like a good time for us to like do a deep clean into the home, and clean our homes, you feel me? Clean the house, you feel what I'm saying? And this can even be like you cleaning the house around you, or you can even straight up be like in your bed, and like cleaning your emotions inside of you, because we need maintenance internally and externally, you feel what I'm saying? But you guys, so when the moon is in Cancer, definitely do allow yourself space to be emotional, and don't try to repress your emotions, but flow with your emotions. You know what I'm saying? And if they feel like flowing outwardly, allow them to flow outwardly. But you guys, that pretty much concludes this week's forecast. You know what I'm saying? July 9th until 14th. July 14th. You feel me? And if anyone is interested in getting a birth chart interpretation, getting their birth chart read so they have a better understanding of themselves, definitely hit me up and I would be more than happy to help you with that. Do be mindful that my prices are very reasonable, you feel me? So but if you haven't subscribed, most definitely subscribe. I create all types of content beyond just astrology, metaphysics in general, and if you haven't, definitely check out my series on the 7 Hermetic Principles. And definitely like this video too, why not? Alright, peace you guys, peace. I appreciate y'all, and have a beautiful, blessed day. Peace.